Dr. Lawson is the founder of the Housecall course, the only course in the nation that trains clinicians on how to start and maintain a housecall practice. And since 2008, Dr. Lawson has trained more than 600 clinicians. Awesome. Dr. Lawson, super excited to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I'd love to get the show started off by just having you provide a little intro about yourself. Tell us where you grew up, sort of what that experience was like, and how you entered healthcare.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you, Jason, for reaching out to me and having me on the show. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm glad we got those little technical difficulties out of the way. All right. So I grew up here in New Orleans, and I didn't grow up in, I would say, like a traditional household. I was raised by my paternal grandmother, and we lived in the public housing for years until I graduated from college, and that's Dillard University. I won't say the year. So once I graduated from college, I was a registered nurse at that time, and I decided that I wanted to travel. So that was my intro into travel nursing, becoming an RN and then moving to the East Coast back in the 90s.
Awesome. So how long did you do travel nursing for? Did you always travel, or did you at some point find a home base? How did that play out for you?
I did travel nursing for maybe about 10 years. Yeah, eventually found a home in DC, and then once my grandmother passed, because she was my travel companion for years, even though she was in her 80s, she traveled with me. But once she passed in the late 90s, I took another travel assignment to Nashville, and that's where I stayed for about 4 years and completed my master's in nursing there.
Awesome. Love it. I was going to ask you how in the world you maintain 10 years of traveling, but that's awesome if you have your grandma's a traveling companion.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. So you ended up going and getting your master's and then eventually a doctorate, or did you tackle it all at once?
Well, your mind always kind of wants to tackle everything at once, but your body says no. So, and reality often says no as well. So I wasn't able to tackle them all at one time, but I certainly tried, but I did my master's and finished that back in 2000 from Tennessee State. And then once I finished that whole period in my life in Nashville, I decided to move back here to New Orleans. So I've been in New Orleans now, back home, since 2000. And while here, I never wanted to just kind of sit around and, just not doing anything. So I decided to go back and get my doctorate in nursing practice, and I finished that in 2008.